G'day guys, just going to do a quick review on the centre stand for the DR650. I've had this stand for about 1.5 years installed on the bike. To get the bike up onto the centre stand, you've got to lower it with your left leg, push it into the ground, straighten it up, and then pull back with quite a lot of effort. You just sort of roll it forward to get it off. In this video you can see that the centre stand is quite close to the chain, but it doesn't actually hit. The centre stand has been quite handy to have, as it allows me to clean the chain, change a tyre, do a service on the bike fairly quickly without having to pull out a jack or another stand or some sort of thing like that. It was also very useful when I was adjusting the handlebars because it provided a nice stable centred position. As you can see here, it's quite stable. In this video you can push it around and it's not going to fall over. I bought the centre stand mainly to be able to change the tyre off-road. So out, I get stranded somewhere, I got a flat, I could put the thing up and I've got a nice stable solution for changing a tyre or fixing something else that might be wrong on the bike. At the time I think I'd seen those prop stands and thought, oh yeah, that could be work, but they never looked that stable. The issues with the DR650 centre stand, it has no kind of lever, so even though the bike is not heavy compared to an adventure bike, you still have to kind of really lever and push the thing up onto it, and it's pretty heavy. Like, if you weren't terribly strong, I don't think it's a very good option as a centre stand. There's no real lever effect, and you really have to put your weight behind it to get it. And there's only one or two ways of doing it to get it to work. So I'm not a huge fan of it. It gets the rear wheel about 1 centimetre to 1/2 inch, working in 2 units there, which is fine. Like, you can do pretty much everything. That if you were on like a dirt road, I think your rear wheel would probably be touching the ground still, and you'd have to dig out under it slightly to get it to work, just because the stand probably would dig into the ground. So yeah, it's a good thing, it's a good item, but I think there's some negatives to it. It's worked out well when I've just been in the carport, but at the same time I can just use some sort of paddock stand or centre stand, a jack stand or something to get it up, and I might do that next time. I suppose you test things and live with them until you decide that it's not going to work. Like, now that I've lowered the bike, I'm going to have to take it off because it doesn't actually work anymore. I can't actually... You really need to be like freaking muscle man to get this thing up onto the stand now. It just does not work. One last thing. Since making this video, I've actually taken the stand off and put it back to stock. What I've found is the original foot pegs are now quite soft. I got quite used to having the stand. The way they fix the stand, they use bigger washers which sit on the bracket, and doesn't actually sit on the rubber bushings that are inside there. So your foot pegs flex a lot less when you've got the stand in place. So I'm gonna have to go back to get some bigger washers, or even upgrade the pegs or something, because I really can't stand the pegs being this floppy. Hope you enjoyed the video. MotoTudor out.